Namaste to all, and today I am here to talk something about the new subject, pillars of Vidhansoudha. In fact, when I talk about the pillars in a family, the father and the mother is a pillar of the home. Likewise in Vidhansoudha, when we talk about the pillars, and pillars are of huge attractions. When you stay at the very front entrance of the eastern entrance, where the Gothic pillars are what we call it as, we have adopted the Greek pillars. Not only that, even the balcony pillars, which represents the Rajasthani style. And we have 14 pillars which are above the grand stage. That is a huge attraction. You know, the pillars are particularly meant to take the weight and to transfer the weight to the other structures. In fact, a tall column which has been placed at the ground where it takes the load, and you see that the very entrance, when we see the Vidhansoudha entrance, where the grand entrance, 1,200 tons weight is being transferred through the pillars. In the sense, we have 14 pillars which are in different dimensions. It resembles as though the Greek. You know, the Greek was the first state in order to have a direct democracy. When Kendall Hanumanthaya, when he started building this building, and he had added many number of interesting features, and that is what we see here. And next, when we come down that side and this side, we have huge pillars of 20 pillars in 3 rows, which composes of 60. Likewise, in all the side when it is combined, if it is combined together, it is around 500 pillars outside and inside. Thereby, the pillars play a very important role. When we talk about the pillars, again, in the front side, the eastern side, we have square pillars, rectangular pillars, which has been interlocked with the long pillars, and again with the short pillars at the end. These short pillars have a capital, rich capitals. Not only the rich capitals, they have a sign of what we call the sun. A sun was a Dravidian symbol. And thereby, when we talk about this Vidhansoudha, we have a Dravidian architecture also. Again, when we go to inside, when we see the pillars of the central hall, where a huge dome has been placed, that pillar represents the Mysore pillars. And Mysorean pillars are very short. You see a lot of rings are there at the base. Above it, it has been supported with a lotus flower. And thereby we have many. And not only that, even in the balcony also the cylindrical pillars are there. The cylindrical pillars are one of the most attractive pillars which has been used in this monumental building. And more or less the size of the pillars varies from different sections and different directions. If you go to the eastern side, the size of the pillar will be same. When we go to the front side, when we go to the back side, eastern side and the western side. But likewise, when we see the other side, but the only one thing, the longest pillars which we can see is only at the eastern entrance, where it is in 13 feet, concave pillars of 13 feet. And these pillars have been well designed with a lot of capitals, cornito. The base is a huge rectangular base. And we see different types of pillars also. And overall, the pillars, especially in Vidhansoudha, are the great strength. Even today also, the 20 years, the building is going stronger and stronger. And overall, when we talk about the pillars, and the pillars are the lifeline of this whole building. And definitely, the pillars have become the huge attraction, especially in this monumental building. My humble salutations to the Honorable Speaker, Shri Vishweshwaraya Karkari ji, as well as to the Chairman, Shri Basuraj Moratti. At last, the pillars of the Vidhansoudha especially are very attractive. And we can see different types of pillars, the balcony pillars which we see, and not only that, we see the huge pillars. But this definitely represents that these pillars have laid a very strong foundation of the governance. In fact, Karnataka is a model state, and not only a model state, the present Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai has already started in initiating how to go for the governance. And this is what it clearly reflects. And this is Gnanashakher reporting for the rediscovery of Vidhansoudha, initiated by Srimati Vasantha Kavitha and inputs by Kavitha.